Alright, so we're going to take a look at the sequel to a really cool game that the first game should have been this game. And that is In the Dark 2. Courtesy of ModRetro. This is a wonderful puzzle game with a little bit of an adventure element to it as well. This game is just awesome. Let's go ahead and unbox it and check out some gameplay here. Alright, so you got the front cover here, you got the spaceship, you got the back cover here. There's a little bit of gameplay here. You can show you some of the story elements here, and it's got a little bit of a shooter element to it as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and unbox it here and show you. Again, the developer chose a smoke color cartridge. I really like the choice. It's really cool, and it is a Game Boy Color game that has it makes it as playable in the original Game Boy. Pretty cool cartridge. Let's check out the manual here as well. So full color manual. Getting started, options, game modes. You got story mode. You got free play mode. I got challenge mode. I got story mode here. Goes over the story elements. You have the galactic map. You got the ship that you can walk around in. I got flight training simulation, which is the shooter element of it. So it gives you a little breakdown there. Controls here. Notes section. You got hints over here and credits over here. Pretty cool manual here. I really like the way this turned out. Always love to see full color manuals. The charm for this one is a charm of the ship from the shmup sections / the one that you actually navigate from planet to planet. But I'm going to go ahead and show you some gameplay here.
Alright, this is Into the Dark 2, a wonderful puzzle game with story elements. Now, previously covered In the Dark on the channel. This is what they envisioned In the Dark to be initially. So you have a story mode, which tells a beautifully unique story. You've got free play mode, which is just your puzzles. You got challenge mode, which is challenge puzzles, options, view logs, and achievements. So if I go ahead and just do story mode here, so this tells a very cool story with lots of little images that are slightly animated. The animation of this is pretty impressive for it being a Game Boy Color game. It is just a rather unique experience to see here. I mean, it's just a really cool game with really cool writing, and I love seeing that this is what knowing what it was supposed to be and seeing it now and In the Dark 2 is just awesome. So In the Dark was awesome. In the Dark 2 is just that much better than the first one. It's got a great story, great writing. I love the animated cutscenes here. Even if they are slight animations, they are very, very impressive for it being the Game Boy platform. Very impressed. Super impressed. Yeah, this is being played on the Super Game Boy 2. Again, very, very impressed with the animation here. And the story is really, really cool. It almost feels like a full-fledged console release, really. Sometimes I forget I'm playing on a Game Boy when it comes to this game. It's that good. Alright, so now we land on the planet. Okay, and should be going to our first puzzle. Here we go. I'm actually going to change the color palette real quick. Do a different one. That's hopefully easier to... Ooh, that's horrible. Let's do this one here. This is slightly less contrast. So it's telling you how to play the game. So essentially, the game is you put the lights out and use puzzle, and it's kind of like the lights out game back in the day. Same kind of deal here. That's the core gameplay outside of the story elements and the adventure aspect of this game. The fact that they've gone ahead and giving you a adventure game on top of a puzzle game is just awesome. I mean, it really is a cool blend of genres. So here we go. This is Lights Out. Sorry, this is, excuse me, In the Dark 2. First puzzle. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look here. So we're going to try to do this here. Par 4, so I should be able to get it in 4 turns. Perfect score. Awesome. And this is the game, guys. This is the core gameplay of In the Dark 2. It is just... Oh, I screwed that up. That's okay, though. 6 turns. 4 moves over par. I can replay I can replay it here. Let's give it a shot. I don't see how... 2 moves over par. How can you do that in 2 moves? Let's see. 2 moves would be... Oh, like that. There we go. Perfect score. Okay. And yeah, In the Dark 2 is just a phenomenal game. It really is. I'm glad that they were able to have it be what they envisioned it to be. And talking with the developer, this is really what the game should have been. Initially with the first release. And again, I'm very, very glad that we got this game because it's a beautiful game. And the fact that it's on the Game Boy Color is just phenomenal. So if you want to pick this game up for your Chromatic or for your Game Boy Color, Game Boy, or Super Game Boy, definitely highly recommend it if you're a fan of adventure games, fan of puzzle games. Pick up In the Dark 2. Wonderful, wonderful game.
Start. We're gonna do story mode. Okay, so here we go. So it's got great animation, and for the story elements, just beautiful animation. Great writing. It's just a really, really, really good game. So this game, I love the full color. It's awesome. Night and day, really. But let's go ahead and go over the terminal here and do one of the puzzles. We'll go ahead and do puzzle 1 of 1 through 10, and we'll go ahead and do puzzle 5. So this is like a lights out puzzle game, and you have a certain amount of moves you have to get the puzzles done in. So In the Dark 1 was just pretty much this. What should have been In the Dark is what we have here within the Dark 2. It's got a full-fledged story, adventure mode. It's got the puzzle elements, which is the core elements of the game. And then it's got a shmup section, which I thought was kind of cool. Kind of a neat thing. 3 and perfect score. Cool. Alright, so pretty cool game. It really is just a fun experience to be playing this as it was intended to be played, in full color with everything included. It's just a great game, and a game I highly recommend you checking out. Alright, so let's look at In the Dark 2 / Chromatic. This is a wonderful game. I mean, I really like the fact that the full idea of the game was realized with the second release, with the sequel, if you will. great job with this game. The developer is just awesome to see this finally come to realization or fruition. Great game. So many elements blended into just an awesome package. If you want to see my full thoughts on the game, I will do a full review of the game for the Otaku Authority. I will leave a link to the review once it's up. You can go over and read my thoughts on the game here more in depth than what you've seen here today with this video. I will also leave a link to purchase the game in the description down below. As with all of my previous ModRetro coverage videos, I don't get any kickback from the links I provide. I provide these links so you can purchase games and have them as part of your Chromatic or Game Boy Color collections. I highly encourage you to check this game out. If you're a fan of adventure games, a fan of shmups, a fan of puzzle games, pick up In the Dark 2. It is an amazing title. And I want to thank very much ModRetro for sending this my way. Beautiful game. Glad I'm able to have my collection. And I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. As always, until next time, take care and happy gaming.